Hey guys, how y'all doing? My name is Kieran, and this is Fox Off RPG. So today, we're doing a little bit of a different video. As you can tell, we're very zoomed in. So basically, I'm going to be looking at some 3D prints. I love 3D printing. I've been 3D printing since 2020. Yeah, thank you GW. You introduced me to 3D printing, and I have saved so much money. I haven't been able to print too much the last while, just for space issues really. But lately, I've been getting the itch to 3D print and do more painting. I haven't had a chance to do more painting lately, but I'll have a look at some awesome 3D prints. We're going to look at 3 sets from 3 different companies. Some of these are going to be newer, and some are going to be some older prints. All of these I currently support. The first 2 are going to be ones I have been supporting for years through Patreon and other stuff. So first ones we're going to look at are from DakkaDakka. DakkaDakkaStore, I should say. So this one is one of their new 3D models. It's obviously some sort of warbot. If you have played 40k, particularly Blackstone Fortress, this guy might kind of have that look and vibe to the robot they have in that. As you can see, it's super high quality. These guys do not miss on detail. When I was taking this guy off, the supports came off like butter, and it was amazing. Some of these from the first 2 companies I'm looking at here, it is also because currently in an RPG game I'm playing, I have an idea of what things look like in my head, and these things just suit, both in the style and how I imagine them. So yeah, I think this guy looks absolutely awesome. I'm going to paint him up soonish. I'm thinking of like a worn down bronze and brass sort of look with bits of steel or iron. Yeah, I think that's going to be a awesome minigun. But yeah, I think he looks pretty awesome. As you can see, it has a little base here, but obviously you're meant to put this on another base because, you know, it's tiny. But yeah, it looks great. Now, the next 2 are from a recent Kickstarter by DakkaDakka. I think this was their second last Kickstarter. I can't remember. I've backed almost all of them. This guy. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a close up. There you go. You see his little skull face. He has a scroll and there's a sword. I accidentally broke the sword, and it wasn't when I was taking the support off. I dropped him. And he just landed on the hilt. And I couldn't find it. So it's not really a big deal. But the detail in this is insane. He has a sort of skull mask that then has a sort of covering over it, and he has a scroll here. You obviously want to write scribbles or whatever sort of symbology or words you want. Again, the quality in these are amazing. If you want to know what print size I do at 0.03 print layer level. This for me is the best possible print to quality to speed. If you go down to 0.02, there's no point. Most people print at 0.05, and if you're getting into some bigger miniatures with more details, or even the smaller miniatures with lots of tiny detail, 0.03 is a sweet spot. It doesn't take that much longer than 0.05, and it looks amazing. As I said, I have a RPG I'm playing at the moment. Well, it's like my main one, and I will be playing this for years. It's my buddy's game, Barrows and Borderlands. But we have the sort of witch hunters class, and now I'm going to be setting up a guild. I'm going to be talking about how I could go about doing this. And the first few minutes we're looking at are kind of inspired by this idea. This one's also from DakkaDakka, and it is from, again, the same Kickstarter that this guy came from. This guy is called the Inquisitor. The robot we looked at was from actually a file that was released a couple of days ago. I'm not sure if this was for everyone or was for longer term supporters. I can't remember. But I just got it. I thought it looked amazing. So this guy, again, these are coming from a sort of Trench Crusades type Kickstarter they've done. They're miniatures. And again, this guy is awesome. Again, I'm thinking of having him as part of the witch hunters I'm talking about. And it just suits so perfectly. I'm thinking of he could be like a heavy support that specializes in demons, because we do have black powder guns and stuff in our game. And I know this isn't a black powder gun, but we could just say it is because it just looks awesome. And he's gonna go with the vibe. Whoop, get focus. It's gonna go with the vibe very well. But yeah, guys, this guy came off in one piece, and DakkaDakka's supports, I don't know if they do them in-house or they have someone else doing them for them, but they look, get that focus, they come off so damn good, and of course the quality is great. Lots of little details, tiny little buttons and buckles, and everything is just perfect. Yeah, I love these guys. I've been sporting them for a few years now. Now we're going to look at a second bunch of miniatures. The first two we're going to look at, again, are going to be caught in the same line of these guys, the same sort of vein. Again, I was printing them off because I like the feel and tone. One of them I had print off a while ago, but this is one of the ones I recently printed off. And I talk about witch hunters. This guy is literally called a witch hunter. I think he's witch hunter number 3 or number 4 out of the 5 they have. And it suits my character so well. My character has a sword. My character has this hat and a flintlock pistol. It's just perfect. So yeah. And again, the quality is amazing. And this and the next few sets, the next few minis, should say, are from BESTIARUM miniatures. Again, I have been backing these guys for a couple of years now on Patreon, and they are amazing. Again, the quality in these miniatures are insane. Like, look at the thickness of that cape. It's not thick at all. It's like paper thin, but it still like has some structure to it, so it's not like it's not going to bend or break very easily. But yeah, like, again, I just love this. It just captures the feel of what I'm trying to go for. I know it's not focusing in perfectly. As I said, it just completely focuses out, but you can really get an idea of the vibe I'm thinking with the RPG that we're playing. You get an idea of what I'm thinking. And the next guy, so he would be like a normal witch hunter character. All these guys would be witch hunters in my head. And the next guy would be like a heavy demon slayer. Like, he is one of the big bad boys you'd call in. I printed this guy off actually quite a while ago. It's an older miniature from BESTIARUM miniatures, so that's some of the follow-ups. But you know, he looks so good. I have a little bit of underpainting done. You know, I have my green, purple, and a little bit of white going over it. Well, purple, white, and a little bit of green going over it. And that's just under layers I have prepared. I really want to get this guy painted up sooner rather than later. I think he just looks great. And again, the idea with this would be like what the heavy melee guys would look like. So we have our heavy range support guys who go after like the greater demons, and this is going to go off like the medium sized and bigger guys. Just get right in their face and smash them up. Again, this is all in my head. And again, the next few are all from BESTIARUM, but again, I have printed these off a while ago, and I was using some of these, including this guy actually, for my Forbidden Palms game, Psalms game, I should say. Let's get this to focus. Now hopefully this will focus a bit better. But yeah, this guy looks absolutely amazing. I have about 5 or 6 of these. They have no eyes, these little mounts. All I done with this was paint the skin, painting the clothes, a little bit on the axe there and his weapons, and it came in with like this purple violet wash on the skin and a little bit green on the a green black mix on the clothes and base, and then that's it. It gives a sort of like weird otherworld feel. I think it looks great. Here's another one of these guys. I just have 2 of them here just to show off. Again, this only took a few minutes to do. I wasn't trying to do any super high quality, amazing painting at all. I was just trying to get these guys out. And this was quite some time ago I'd done these guys, and I think they look quite nice. Focus. Yeah, I like them. Then we have a sort of demon dog. again from BESTIARUM Miniatures. I just love BESTIARUM Miniatures style. It's sort of like how I imagine my worlds and RPGs look like. As you see, I have the underpainting for here as well. Underpainting is quite important, I find, anyway. It helps me also find the darker colours and where the lighter colours should go, where I can get my blends in. And also the under painting will help with the how the overlayers will go on top of it. Now we have a big chunky. So here's a big chunker, and here's that Knight Templar guy we were looking at. So size comparison. And here's a Witch Hunter. You know. Whoop, there we go. So again, this guy only had done a little bit of the skin, base skin color, and that was really it. Had some of the underpainting. But yeah, I need to get more painting done. Again, I have so many things I want to do, but you get an idea. Like, the detail in these miniatures are insane. I absolutely love them. You see, he's like on the back of him. I can't remember what he's called, but he's like some sort of like catcher. He puts all the people and bodies inside the back of him, and he just looks around for catching more of them. The cool thing about BESTIARUM Miniatures is when you get their sets, particularly if you're on Patreon, you'll automatically get is a 5e adventure, and it's quite robust. There's a lot to it, and they can sort of connect into each other, and they have a sort of campaign world where everything sort of connects, and they have an overall map and a way you can play, which is really cool. I really like. And but all these guys, I'm also going to show, like with DakkaDakka Miniatures, I'm going to show where I've actually been subscribed to them for a long time. You'll see them at Miniatures I have, which is insane. And the same with the BESTIARUM Miniatures, you'll see. But yeah, so BESTIARUM, they do have the 5e stuff, which can very easily be converted to any other system if that's what you wish. All you have to do is look at your stats, like same with creatures. Look at your stats, okay, strength, dexterity, all that stuff. If things seem a little high, you can reduce them by a point or two, because 5e things do be a little higher. When it comes to hit points, just follow the hit dice. Forget the pluses to it, you don't need that for the most part. And you just get the average if you're playing a normal OSR game, or if you want to make it tougher, do the whole hit dice. Depending on the system you're playing with, your hit dice might be a d6 or d8. Usually you'll say, I like the d8s because it does make things a little tougher, and it's more interesting. Now the next set is actually from a company which has been around for a while, but has only really recently started 3D printing. They are a very small company. Night Models. They've done Batman miniature games, which I have a ton of their models. I'm going to attach photos of some models I have painted. Sadly, most of my models that are painted are in the attic. I have a bunch of unpainted models, which I'll show the boxes of, and I have a few photos of painted ones, but I don't have all of them because they're on an old phone, which then I didn't back up the photos on it, but I have a few. But here, this is from October set. And this is the Flashpoint Batman. And if you don't know what Flashpoint is when Flash created basically an alternate split in the timeline. Okay, zoom up on this if I can. Come on, focus. There you go. And it looks quite nice. So you create a split in the timeline, and he created a time paradox, and he tried to go back in time to fix it, and everything went to hell. And this is Bruce's father. So instead of Bruce's parents getting killed, Bruce got killed. His father became a Batman. This Batman uses guns. He also has swords. There's different options with this one. You can have, I think it's 2 swords, or a sword and a pistol on either hand, or 2 pistols. I actually have the resin, a miniature of this they brought out there a couple of years ago. I have it painted. I think I have a photo of it. If I do, I'll put it up. But again, this is awesome. This came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So we had the base, we then have the base topper, we had the model, and then we have the arms. The arms are going to be separate. The next one, this technically, I think this came from the welcome package, which was from the first month, which was last month. And it is from the King set. So this is King Batman. And whoop, there you go. I've done a little roughing it up a little bit. Oh yeah, but with this guy, you probably want to put this on, I think it's a 40mm base. I think that's what it came with, I think, or it might be 45, something like that. But then you put it on, and I put mud texture, and I mudded it up and made it dirty and sweet and nice. It was awesome. I hope I have a photo of that. I'll try and get it up. But this one is King Batman. Let's get this off the side. And the King set is, they're just awesome sculpts. They have a King Joker. I think this is King Joker was in this month's or their very first month set, and it's just really cool. It's just a cool model. This is something you're just going to paint up for fun, because night models, they are very talented modelers, and they just get scale perfect, and how realism and feel, they're really amazing. They are a small company, and they've been around for a good few years. I have played the miniature game. I have a ton of miniatures. Again, I'll show my box that I have of unpainted ones. I have that upstairs. It's ridiculous. I think that's probably 60 or 70% of my actual collection. And then I have like what, 30 or so percent painted. But again, they're in the attic. But night models are just excellent modelers. And they ended up getting into game creation, which is pretty cool. And they're a small company based in, I believe it's Spain. And he just goes on top. Boom. I'm not going to glue this guy. It's going to make it easier to paint as well. But yeah, there's a small company out there. They've got into 3D modeling the last little while. If you want to learn how to play the game, you can actually download the app they have for the game. And the app is just going to basically just show off how to play the game. You set up your crews, set your point values, and yeah, that's basically it, guys. Again, I want to thank you all for checking this video out with me. It's my first one shot of showing off some 3D printed stuff. Hopefully want to do maybe 1 or 2 of these a month. I'm definitely going to show off more BESTIARUM miniatures with some more current models. Most of these are older ones, and again, some of these runs I had from Forbidden Psalms I printed off to play, which is a skirmish or war game. And some of them I just printed off there the other day, like this guy, because again it just clicks in with the vibe I have for the current game we're playing, and it's just been point of inspiration. Same with these guys here. It's just inspire me for the game. But yeah, that's it, guys. Again, thank you for checking it out. I'll leave links where you can find these guys. If they have Patreons or tribes on my mini factory, I'll point you towards the stores. You want to check them out. Again, as you can see, everything I cover on the channel, be it RPGs or now in this case miniatures, it's stuff I support, or it's stuff I have been using for a long time. And anytime I ever get anything given to me, I say, by the way, I've been giving this by the creator or whatever. That's happened a few times, but yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you, and goodbye.